Well, look what I got today, the Mazda CX-80. I'm Rod from the Fleet News Group. Let's give it a spin. And remember, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that like button down there, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Fleet News Group. Go on, smash away at that like button. You know you want to. Well, one thing I like about the Mazdas, they all look similar. They keep the same design theme going despite the different variants and models. I've always liked it. It's quite attractive at the front. Big Mazda badge there in case you forget it's a Mazda. Very stylish, nice big. It's got 18-inch wheels on this one, 2, 3, 5, 60, 18 tyres. But even in white it looks alright. I'm not a fan of white normally. But I think she looks pretty nice, stylish, hides the fact, looking from the outside you wouldn't know it's a 7-seater, but it is, and it gives a very well proportioned and styled looking vehicle. I like it. Well, what's under the bonnet? Let's take a look. Gas struts. Yes, gotta love those gas struts. They're great. The engine in CX-80. 3.3 litre inline 6, 24 valve motor with a mild hybrid boost. Power is rated at 209 kilowatts and the torque at 450 Newton meters. Runs on E10 fuel. Has a 74 litre tank. And the power from the motor goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission with 3 different drive modes: normal, sport and off-road. Fuel economy for this vehicle, Mazda lists at 8.4 litres per 100 k's. But the best I've seen driving it around over the last week, and I have been doing some country runs, a bit of highway cruising, things like that, best I've seen is 8.5. So it's pretty much bang on the money what Mazda says. When it comes to fleets and they may be looking at this vehicle and wanting to know what the CO2 emissions are, well, Mazda lists those at 197 grams per kilometre. How does that look, say, over a year? Maybe 20,000 k's travelled. When you work it all out, that's approximately 3.94 tonnes of CO2 emitted into the atmosphere every year. Well, what's it like driving CX-80? It's a very nice car to drive. Nice big powerful engine, 209 kilowatts, 450 Newton meters of torque from the inline 6 mild hybrid motor that's powering the car. Goes quite nicely. Tractable, pleasurable to drive. It's comfortable, it's quiet. Everything you want in an everyday vehicle. And that's what CX-80 is. It's a 7-seater designed to take you and the family, group of friends, out and about every day where you need to go, be that doing the school runs, a country trip, soccer practice, running around for work, all of that. It'll do it comfortably. It's very well appointed here inside the CX-80. It might be the entry-level model, but it certainly doesn't feel that way. You've got leather touch steering wheel, good comfortable cloth seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless, digital instrumentation, large infotainment screen there. It does feel like it's really doing the business. Does it go well? Watch this. Hit the 100 zone. And it fires away. The 6-cylinder mild hybrid, it gets up and goes. 209 kilowatts, 450 Newton meters, and we just powered up to the 100 there like nobody's business. And that was in normal mode. It's got a sport mode on top of it, so it will get up and go very nicely for you. It cruises well on the open road. Get the cruise control going. We just basically on this side, click the button, hit down to set, and we're in business. Simple as that. Cruising along nice and easily lap up the case in this car. Done a few country trips over this week, and it was just arriving just as refreshed as when I started. It's that comfortable to drive. Fuel economy is very good. Mazda listed at 8.4. This week, the best I've seen. I've just got to pass someone here. Put the foot down. And away she goes. Best I've seen is 8.5. So that's pretty good. Very good motor car to drive. Is it a safe car? Well, yes it is. ANCAP gave it a 5-star rating in last year, 2024. And that's very important, especially if fleets are considering this car. The ANCAP rating means a lot, proving it is a safe car, especially in the event of the unthinkable should it happen. But it also has a range of driver aid facilities. It's got front and rear cameras. It's got a 360-degree camera, forward and rear cross traffic alert. It's got tyre pressure monitoring system, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, and even the smart brake support system, which is like autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian cyclist detection, etc. It is very good, very safe car, very comfortable car. It's also got what Mazda calls connected services, and you can see the little button up here marked in red. That's the emergency button. Should you need the emergency services, you've been involved in an accident, you can push it yourself, you can do that. If the car is involved in an accident and the airbags are deployed, it will notify the emergency services of where you are and that assistance may be required. But it also links into apps on your phone where you can remotely start the car and check features in the car and all this sort of stuff. Have a look at the Mazda website for that one. But very, very intuitive car, and I have to keep reminding myself, this is 59,990 drive away at the moment. It is the entry-level model, but it is so well equipped, and that's why you should be considerate if you're looking for a large SUV for your next Novated leased, or if you're a fleet manager and want to put it on fleet. It's a very good car. Let's take a look on the inside here of the CX-80 Pure. It's got a leather wrapped steering wheel, that's very nice. The seats are actually cloth, as you'd expect in entry-level model. Leather type stuff is optional. Typical Mazda, it's very nice in here. And then you got the digital instruments there in the cluster. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless, but the charge mat down here isn't a charge mat in the Pure. It's just basically a shelf to put your phone on. As you can see, mine is there. But you've got to plug it into the USB-C ports in here. The MZD controller's there. It's alright once you get used to it. Other switches and things there. We've got here the hill descent control and the camera button to switch between the forward and rear cameras. Some nice coffee cup holders there. I can tell you I've used them already. And a 12 volt under there as well. Buttons and things here to touch to change the fan speed and the temperatures, which are up here. Temperature control for either side, rather than stabbing at the screen to try and change things. But it's quite a comfortable layout in here. Big Mazda badge there. Steering wheel this side's got all the audio features when the camera focuses. That's better. And on the other side is all the cruise control functions, and that as well, which is all very good. Quite nice here in the front seat of the CX-80. Second row seat. Very nice. Nice cup holders there. Inside the fold-away armrest, we've got controls down here for the climate control, some nice vents, and to make sure you're all charged, those USB-C ports are there yet again. Both seats have a map pocket on the back here, all cloth, and some nice big bottle holders in the doors, along with power windows all around. That's the rear seat in the CX-80. Looking at the third row seat in the CX-80 now. Some nice big headrests there. Looks pretty comfortable. There's not much room in there though, like all 7-seaters. The third row is really for kiddies or adults you don't like. Got some nice big cup holders there, and in the back here you've also got, when the camera lets me focus it here, USB-C port on either side, so those in the back can keep charged up as well. Well, what's in the boot? Let's take a look. Manual tailgate, but this is the entry-level model. Fair enough. 7-seater. All 7 seats up. The cargo space in the back here, 258 litres. When it goes to 5 seats up, with the third row folded down, 566 litres of space. And if you've been to Bunnings, IKEA, you know where you go, and really load it up, so much so you've got to leave the kids at the shops to drive home with all the stuff. When they're all folded down, it's only the front 2 seats there, it's 1,971 litres of cargo space. Being a mild hybrid, you have a look under here, there's room for the battery under there, and not much else. Cargo blinds stored in there. There's a glue kit down there to repair a punctured tyre, because there is no spare. There's no spare in there. Well, let's talk about towing. CX-80 is a 7-seater. You might like to take the family away on a holiday. Not much room in here when there's 7 passengers, so you might need a small caravan or a trailer or something behind. So let's talk about that. Its weights and capacities, towing, and even a little bit about can you take it off-road. Forgive my notes, a few numbers to go through. First up, CX-80, if you're going to tow, you'll need a tow bar. Talk to Mazda about that one. The brake towing capacity for CX-80 is 2,500 kilos. The tow ball weight though is only 150 kilos, so pay attention to that because it comes into play later on. The curb weight of the vehicle, how much does the car weigh? No one in it. A few fluids, that's about it. 2,084 kilos. But the gross vehicle mass of the car, how much it's allowed to weigh with you, the fuel, your luggage, absolutely everything in it before you hook anything up the tow. The GVM is 2,663 kilos. So what that means, you take the GVM, subtract away the curb weight, and that'll give you your payload. That's how much stuff you can put in this car, 579 kilos. But let's talk back to towing. I mentioned the ball weight before. The ball weight is 150 kilos. Normally you just think, oh, why isn't it 250, 10% of what you're towing? No, Mazda has specifically limited to 150, that's what it is. So you have to be careful how you load that van, even though it might weigh up to 2.5 tonnes, how it loads and how much weight it exerts on the tow ball is absolutely key with this vehicle. So taking all that into account, it can tow, but you're going to be limited by the size of what you can tow, primarily by the weight. That's going to be a big factor, and it's something you'll have to take into considerations. If you have a caravan or a boat or something at this point in time and you want to have this car, can it actually tow what you already have? Or if you have it, can it tow what you're planning to buy? And you might have to modify those decisions accordingly, because you've got to remain legal and all these numbers count. I mentioned off-road. Yes, you can take it off-road. You can take any car off-road. It's just a question of how well it does it. CX-80, it does have an off-road mode on the drive transmission to help with traction and putting grip to traction to the wheels that have grip. That's very good. It has hill descent control and hill launch assist to help you on steep stuff, but it only has 170 millimeters ground clearance underneath, which means it's going to be pretty limited to how rough you can take it. Would I take it on the beach? No. Primarily the all-wheel drive system might cope with it, but soft sand, 170 mil ground clearance, you're going to be dragging yourself underneath, and that's not going to end well for you. You'll be stuck. Rougher tracks, yeah, things like that, you can do it with confidence, but if you're actually going fully off-road, it's probably not the vehicle you're looking for. Well, what's the ownership experience going to be like with the CX-80? Like all Mazda passenger vehicles, it comes with a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Service intervals are set at every 12 months or 15,000 Ks, whichever occurs first, and Mazda offers an online tool to look up the pricing of each service in advance so you can know up front what it's going to cost you over the life of the car. It goes right out to 7 years, that particular calculator. Mazda also offers, for peace of mind motoring, with the purchase of every brand new Mazda, 5 years roadside assist. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 5 years. Mazda's got your back if you need something on a roadside assistance. Well, as they say, tell them the price, son. The CX-80, as you see here now, this is the pure variant, so it is the entry-level model into the CX-80 range. Mazda has an offer on this vehicle right now, $59,990 drive away. And this car is the exact embodiment of it. There's no options, there's nothing on it. It is just purely a Mazda CX-80 pure. $59,990 drive away. Well, obviously you're interested in the CX-80, you're watching the video. But maybe the cheapest way for you to get into one of these cars would be through a Novated lease, if that option is open to you where you work. Before you go and do that though, you need to go to fleetnewsgroup.com.au and download yourself a free copy of our car leasing guide. It gives you all the ins and outs about Novated leasing, and if you're a fleet manager watching this video, it also talks about all the goods about operating leases and the like. So everything to do with car leasing is in this guide, car leasing guide from fleetnewsgroup.com.au. Download your copy today. Well, what competitors are out there to the CX-80 in the race for your coin? Forgive the notes, just got some numbers to go through here. First up, you might want to consider Hyundai's Santa Fe. The petrol all-wheel drive model, entry level, white, just like this one, $61,245 drive away. That's pretty good, but it's not a hybrid. To get an all-wheel drive hybrid in the Santa Fe, the price goes up to $63,870 drive away. So it's starting to get a bit more dearer than what this car is. Another competitor would be the Kia Sorento. Looking at that one, the price on that for the entry-level model, $54,340 drive away. Wow, that's about $6,000 in front of this one. That's pretty good. Until you realise that's for the front-wheel drive petrol variant. No all-wheel drive, no hybrid system. In fact, in the Sorento, to get a hybrid system in it, you have to go all the way to the GT line, the top of the line. The all-wheel drive hybrid GT line starts at $79,301. So it's about $20,000 dearer than this car. And if you're looking for an entry-level model, well, it's not really comparative, is it? Because the GT line is the top of the line, all the bells and whistles. This one doesn't have as many bells and whistles as that, but it's $20,000 cheaper. But to get the all-wheel drive and the Kia and the hybrid, you've got to spend an extra $20,000. Mazda CX-80, large SUV, 7-seater. If you're in the market for one of those, this one should definitely be on your short list, especially with the pricing offer that's on currently, $59,990 drive away for the pure variant, which is a 6-cylinder mild hybrid, all-wheel drive. It's got a lot going for it. It's comfortable to drive, the motor performance is bang on the money, it does exactly what you need it to do. If you need a 7-seater, this should be in your consideration. For fleets, 7-seaters, yes, they sort of needed, they're not needed, but certainly something if a fleet is looking for a 7-seater, again, very much needs to be on that short list. I like it. Probably would have picked another colour but white, but that's just me. But that's what it is. It's a great car. And remember, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that like button down there. as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Fleet News Group. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Rod from Fleet News Group, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.